They try to take it, I'm getting it back. And if they hit me, they gotta get taxed. I'm making hit after hit after hit, and I promise you, boy, every one of them slap. Hop on a verse and I body it quick. They never work, and it's why we don't mix. I don't got time for the faking. I swear that I'll always say real, something they never did. Oh, they saying that I'm up next. I told them that I'm up now. Promise I came for the next. I'm needing honeys on hundreds, cause that's what I'm worth. Show me the finish, I'm getting it first. Show me the best, and that's me and my worst. I need that money, I'm getting it now. I'm at the top, but I started way down. I told them hundreds of times that I'm really done waiting. I swear that I came for the crown. You should go ahead and write over. I was in a 4, leveled up to the Rover. Feeling like Blake, I'ma put him on a poster. I don't really play when it come to my checks. I've been in the gym, so you know I gotta flex. If I shoot a shot, then it's gonna be a wet dog. I'm coming for these meals, I ain't taking no less. Yeah, I ain't really taking no less. Now they tryna send me that text. I ain't hit them back, they stress. I'm needing honeys on hundreds, cause that's what I'm worth. Show me the finish, I'm getting it first. Show me the best, and that's me and my worst. I need that money, I'm getting it now. I'm at the top, but I started way down. I told them hundreds of times that I'm really done waiting. I swear that I came for the crown.
Above at the night. All I wanna do is love, I don't wanna fight. Why you coming at me telling me to get in line? I can see the pride coming up out your eyes, I'm not surprised. How can I do this? You sound like Judas, confide in the jeweler. I see mountain trying to move her, you live for the moolah. That's kinda cool, I'm frying the noodles. You pray to Buddha, I bow to Yeshua, I ain't that foolish, no. I've been on the road too long, the Pro Tools broke, but folks who hold, they got anxiety but cope with dope. Why you think they listen to NF? Why you think we go to service, never hear the message? Attention span gone, the Instagram one. We give the bread off for likes to get on. We build a kingdom, but where was God's son? I don't need no spot at your table, I'm here to see his will done.
Holla, 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 don't forget about the game, yeah. If it ain't about progression, better get it out my face. And shook by your aggression, but we running our own race. We can't stop the blessing, film, just get up out our way. We don't need no spot at your table. My team versus your team, you can't be my stable. We don't need no spot at your table. My team versus your team, you can't be my stable.
I used to call people and they never call me back. Now they hit my phone like the minute they hear me rap. Oh no, I ain't with the nonsense. I'm a pilot, you a punches. Y'all are not my friends. Yeah, I'ma run this race at my own pace. At my table, always say grace. Holy Father up in heaven, yeah, that's how we pray. You need faith to please God. Reach out, reroute your way of thinking. What if I told you that you were dated like Pinkett? If I drove a Lincoln, would you think so different of me? Hope a Bentley and identity would never coincide. I think the enemy would try to catch with something flashy running by. Yeah, they want a piece of the pie, but I'm not willing to divide unless I give it the tithe. Y'all be acting so divine, more like hypocritically. If Jesus came up to your table, would you give him a seat? You act so famous. When all of that glory belong to Jesus, our Savior. Don't speak, just save it. I'll break bread for ages, cause my table consists of J. Crumb and Fameless.
Holla, 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 don't forget about the game, yeah. If it ain't about progression, better get it out my face. And shook by your aggression, but we running our own race. We can't stop the blessing, film, just get up out our way. We don't need no spot at your table. My team versus your team, you can't be my stable. We don't need no spot at your table. My team versus your team, you can't be my stable.
Ayo, Jay. Ayo, Jay.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. What is going on, Candle Mafia? We got an awesome show for you tonight. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin. Is the pump over? Are we still expecting those higher prices, or are we likely to get a little bit more of a dump to come in here? We're going to be covering all the price action on tonight's live stream. And guys, I do want to let you know I am feeling a bit under the weather. Mrs. Candles is sick, and I like to think I am a superhuman and will never get sick from someone else. But turns out it seems like she got me sick. So this may be a little bit of a short live stream, guys. I don't want to push myself too hard and then have to cancel tomorrow's live stream. I would rather just give you guys a quick market update as Bitcoin decided to chill out a little bit, right? We're not, continuously on that parabolic move up today. So I figure we'll do a quick little market update. We'll take a look at a few of the alts as well, but I want to update you guys on what I'm thinking. I want to go over the trades that I'm in right now. I am still in all my long positions. So for anybody who's like panicking, like, oh my God, is this the top? Just real quick, I don't want to cause any panic. I am still holding my long positions. However, I may be also in a short that I want to go over with you guys. But we're going to cover all the price action on today's live stream, guys. Let's go ahead and say what's up to the Candle Mafia. But before we do that, smash that like button, guys. 550 likes. I don't know. We'll give away a bunch of crypto. If we get 1,000 likes on today's stream, we will be giving away 0.0, not 0.2, 0.02. I think I said 0.2 one day. I don't want anybody to get it twisted. 0.02 Bitcoin, over $1,000 of Bitcoin. I see some people saying they're interested to see what I'm about to say because everybody's calling for like super higher prices. And we're just gonna try to figure out if the pump's over or not because there are some things on the chart that could be potentially pointing to a pullback. But I'll just say this right now, guys. I'm not necessarily looking for a mega dump, but we're going to be covering all in today's live stream, guys. But let's say what is going on to the Candle Mafia. We got Alex in the chat. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. We got Tyler Durden. Just happened to be the next name I saw. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Thank you for being here. Indiana Candles, OG of the Candle Mafia. What is going on, bro? He says, what's up, bud? Weekly looking... Boom! Let's go. Shout out to Indiana Candles. We got Chemistry Bro in the chat. Rob the Crypto Snob. Tony D. Tyler Durden. Crypto Anon. Captain Kirk. I almost said Captain Billy. Captain Kirk. Crypto Billy. The real goat of this YouTube channel. Go ahead and show the mod some love, guys. Let's see. Shout out to 12 Big. Said Frankie late. I don't know if you're saying I'm late or you're late. I think I was on time today. I might have been a minute late, potentially. But shout out to 12 Big. If you're talking about you, it's okay, bro. I got your late pass. You're all good. We got Golden in the chat. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. And speaking of the GOAT, Golden dropping those 50 Frankie Candles memberships. That couldn't have been timed any better. I shouted you out, and those memberships popped up. Shout out to Golden, man. Thank you so much for getting those memberships. And I keep forgetting, guys. We got our soundtracks back. Let's get it. Shout out to Golden. Thank you for getting those memberships. And shout out to everybody that just got a membership. And oh my God, Golden, look at the emojis, bro. Look at the emojis. The second you drop those memberships, people just explode with those Golden emojis. Shout out to you, bro. You are seriously a GOAT. And I did see him before in the waiting room, guys. He was saying smash the like button. So if you appreciate Golden, if you appreciate the free education we give on this YouTube channel every single day, smash that like button and drop a thank you to Golden in the chat by using his new emoji that you will now have access to if you just got a Frankie Candles membership. But last but not least, guys, shout out to Alex T. Welcome to the family, bro. You just got a membership. He's probably like, what is a membership? I don't even know. I just got it. Shout out to you, bro. And shout out to Tony D spamming the golden emoji. The other TJ in the chat. We got DP in the chat dropping those fire emojis. And with all that being said, shout out to myself. Literally, his name is myself. Shout out to myself, Frankie Candles. What is going on? Thank you for being in chat today, and thank you for hosting the live stream. So, guys, without further ado, chat rate's 123, going absolutely ballistic. Golden, you're causing chaos. Let's go. This is why we love you, bro. And Donato Cabrera in the chat, last but not least. Let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. And the more I talk, guys, the more I realize that maybe I am getting a little bit sick. God. Let's go ahead and jump into the charts. Here we go, guys. Taking a look at Bitcoin, as we have gotten a little bit of a pullback here. Now, the nice thing, guys, if you have been watching the show for the past day or two, you will know that we have been looking at the price action in terms, let me hide this, in terms of this volume profile. And this is a local volume profile that was pulled from previous price action all the way back from the top of 2021 bull run. And as you can see, surprise, surprise, the levels are respected. Although we did front run that value area high, I'm sure at some point we will make our way up to this and get a tap on that value area high. But however, we are just going to be looking at this as our main kind of, not compass, but main blueprint of where we're expecting price action to go next. As long as we stay above this value area low, guys, we could potentially expect to get that move back up to the POC. And then once we hold above that POC, we could look for a move up to that value area high. But I want to talk about a few things popping up on Market Cypher. You may be able to peep some of it right now. Some things trending to the downside that we may have to keep an eye on for a potential continued pullback. But nothing really worrying. Now, anybody who's like tuned in is like, I just really need the sentiment, man. Like, should I be selling my spot bags? Here's the thing, guys. Now, I am not, I'm not bearish yet, right? I am still bullish. I am still looking for my next target, which will eventually be that all-time high at $69,182. As of right now, I am still expecting this to get hit. However, as always, guys, we have to be careful. We're not careful, but we have to be aware that we could easily get local pullbacks, right? We don't just because we're expecting that all-time high to come in does not mean that it has to come in, right now in that straight parabolic move up, right? Obviously, we are likely to get some pulls to the downside or bigger corrections before we continue that move up, and we may be seeing some of those warning signs popping up on Market Cypher B, but I want to be very clear. These are not like end times bearish signals on Market Cypher B. They are just, signaling a potential pullback. Like I said, you cannot go up forever. And I have been seeing a lot of people talking about, guys, should I be taking long-term profits on my Bitcoin? And here's the thing, guys. We're at basically the all-time high, right? Now, if you were buying Bitcoin down here, it really depends on what your plan is, right? If you're planning on holding Bitcoin into the 2025 bull run, if we're going to see the 4-year cycle play out as it has every single cycle, and we're going to see that parabolic move up towards the end of 2024 and into 2025, then, there is likely many more gains to be had. That is my general opinion. I know a lot of people are thinking that they're late to the party, and granted, if you're buying, if you have not bought any Bitcoin yet, you are not early to the party. I hate to be the guy to break that news, but it doesn't mean you're too late, but you're definitely not early, right? But there is still plenty of room to make money in this market, right? Just because you didn't buy the bottom of the bear market does not mean there's not more gains to be had, but it's a little bit, when you're buying down here, you could assume that, even if this thing goes lower, you're probably buying at pretty good prices, right? But, if you ever buying at the bottom of the bear market, here's the thing, right? What kind of trader are you? Are you a long-term investor? Are you a position trader? Are you a swing trader? Are you a day trader? Are you a scalper? Do you do a mixture of all of these things? You have to identify what kind of trader you are, right? Now, if you were buying Bitcoin down here and you were up 323% on your money, in my opinion, right, like, you got to take profits at some point. Now, obviously, we are expecting all-time highs in the next year or so, right, going into the next bull run. But this is just a decision you have to make. But I do just want to be very clear. When you are up 323% on anything, it's not a bad idea to pay yourself because, number one, just because, who knows? We can get a massive pullback here. We can get a black swan event to come in here, right? And if you're not paying yourself, that money is not yours, right? Now, again, I'm not saying I don't believe in the 4-year cycle or I don't think we're going higher. Obviously, I am very bullish. I do think we'll see all-time highs, new all-time highs, meaning. But it's never bad to pay yourself because that puts you in a great position, right? Because if you get a big dip to the downside, now you have a little bit of dry powder to buy the dip, right, which will enable you to grow your bag over time. I don't recommend people really try to do that unless you're an experienced trader because a lot of people will just be like, oh, I'll sell high and then buy low and then sell high and then buy low. It's a way trickier game than people realize. Oftentimes, you just wind up buying higher and higher and you eat away your gains. But it's not a bad idea. And, here's the thing, right? If you've already gotten 323% gain on your Bitcoin, guys, if you take a little bit of profit on your Bitcoin, you can always roll that money into altcoins or lower caps or funnel that money down the waterfall of crypto, right? You ever see that picture online? You Google, I forget what they call it. I think it's called like the waterfall or the money flow of crypto, right? You just look it up and it goes from Bitcoin to Ethereum or to the large caps, to the medium caps, to the small caps, to the meme coins and the micro caps. And this is kind of what gives you alt season, right? Bitcoin rips, then you consolidate or it starts to pull back. People take profits on their Bitcoin. They roll it into the large caps, and then they take profit on those, roll them into the mid caps, take profit on those, roll it into the low caps, take profits on those. And then I guess that's at that point, you're just, if you go lower than the micro caps, you're just investing in the dirtiest, filthiest, slimiest, low cap degen of degen coins. And sometimes that's where most of the fun is made. But I do just want to point out, guys, we are up 323%. If you don't pay yourself in the green, you are likely not going to pay yourself at all. So, but again, if you're looking to hold into the 2025 bull run, I don't see anything wrong with holding this. But just understand if you get a big pullback, you could be potentially missing out on an opportunity. However, taking a look here, guys, I want to take a look at some of these warning signs that could be signaling a pullback. Now, again, one more time, not looking for a massive move down, right? Just looking for a small pullback. I am still bullish, and I am still looking for this next target at $69,182. And potentially, I can't believe I'm saying this, and potentially new all-time highs this year, right? Or new all-time highs maybe even before the halving, which is in about 60 days, I think. But I want to talk about these signs on Market Cipher B. Now, if we come on over to the daily time frame, you guys can see here. Now, we don't really have a divergence here, and even if we did have a divergence, I wouldn't be putting much weight on it. Number one, because it is a little bit of an exaggerated divergence with your equal highs on your momentum waves, not your lower highs that you like to see. Still a divergence. Sometimes doesn't play out as strong, but you can see your money flow coming up here, right? You're not looking for even a daily bearish divergence. If money flow is coming up like this, you are not looking to fade that in any aggressive way, right? Like if you are looking for a pullback based off a divergence like this with money flow coming up, you are really just looking for a small pullback before putting in a higher low and then continuing to the upside. So that is basically my general sentiment, right? Could we see a short-term pullback? Potentially, right? And the reason I say that is because you can see right here, we do have a red dot on the 12-hour time frame. This is indicative of a potential cool-off incoming. Now, on top of this 12-hour red dot, guys, it's not just the red dot. It is also the confluence that we have with the lower time frames, potentially. We're not seeing the signal print just yet, but as you know, when you get these 12-hour red dots, if you go down to that 45-minute or 30-minute time frame, specifically, when you see money flow also coming out at the same time as that 12-hour red dot printing, if you get that money flow to cross over into the red at the same time as that 12-hour red dot, oftentimes this is a pretty good signal that you could get a continuation to the downside. So this is something I'm keeping a close eye on. Obviously, the money flow is still significantly thick here, so this isn't like a very alarming sign at all, but it is trending with that 12-hour red dot. However, if we come on over here, you can see we only have an hour left to confirm this red dot, so that means if we're going to see this play out more bearishly, in my opinion, that 45-minute money flow has got to really start tanking off to the downside, because if you confirm that red dot on the 12-hour, and then, like, say an hour or two later, then the 45-minute money flow crosses over, it doesn't mean it won't give you a move down, but it is sometimes not as strong, right? Really what you want to see is as you are printing that red dot and as it confirms, you want the money flow crossover to be as close to the confirmation of that red dot as possible. You basically want them to be happening at the exact same time. That's, in my experience, what I've seen play out the most aggressive, right? Just seeing that kind of confluence there does kind of point to a potential continued cool-off. However, and again, not expecting a giant cool-off, right? That cool-off could just be, we'll talk about the key levels in a second, but just to give a little sneak peek here, that continued cool-off may just give us some kind of consolidation, because you want to remember, guys, we are in an extremely bullish market right now. You do not want to, now, obviously, at some point, I also want to be clear. I do expect some kind of an aggressive pullback at some point. I don't think I don't know if it's going to be this pullback if we get it. I will expect a gigantic pullback, to be quite honest with you guys. This is pretty overextended, right? And now it doesn't mean we can't continue up, but what it does mean is that, like, there's not really much support down here, right? Like, when you have these big rips to the upside, what do we always talk about with the volume gaps, right? Look at these gigantic volume gaps. Let me grab I don't want to draw it because I don't want the TA to come up. But you can see, look at this giant gap here. Then you have a little high volume node, another giant gap, kind of a small volume node, and then you have another gap. But for the most part, this is one gigantic gap, right? Another gigantic gap, because there's no support being built here, right? And when you have these quick moves up, oftentimes it does result in quick moves down if you break into these low volume gaps. So right now, 59.3 is going to be a pretty key level, right? Because if we lose that level, it could be a fast drop down to about 57K. This $57,000 level, in my opinion, guys, is an extremely saucy confluent level of support. So if we did get a bigger pullback, and we'll come back into these key levels, and I'll talk a little bit more about them in detail. But that's what I'm expecting. That's what I would be expecting, right? Just some kind of a pullback, but not kind of like we're not looking like for a gigantic dump down, and the pump is over completely. But we may just get a continued pullback. So now on top of that 12-hour red dot with that 45-minute money flow, if we go ahead and open up this 8-hour time frame, take a look here. Why does market cipher B just keep disappearing? There we go. You can see here on the 8-hour red dot just confirmed. Now, if you look at this, if you come down to the 24-minute, you could see this money flow. And if we actually, let me pull the 8-hour back up here. Yeah, so this isn't even a perfect signal either. The red dot is already confirmed, and you did have that 24-minute money flow about to cross over into the red, as well as the 30-minute money flow also cruising down here. However, that 8-hour red dot is already confirmed, right? It's not like they're happening at the exact same time. And to be quite honest with you, that 8-hour red dot has almost been confirmed for 8 hours, right? Now, this may change if we switch the Heikin-Ashi candles. Sometimes it will move those dots back. But no, these are confirmed. Might not be confirmed on other time frames. We could check the Bitstamp chart. Yeah, this is it is confirmed here. So not the worst bearish signal ever. But it's not a perfect setup for a big dump, right? But again, once that 30-minute money flow crosses over into the red, guys, this does indicate that the trend is likely to continue down, right? So unless we get a fake out on money flow where we come into the red and then right back into the green, unless we get a fake out like that, once we get that crossover into the red on time frames like the 30-minute, 24-minute is already looking to try to cross over very soon. 15 minutes already crossed over into the red. But once we see these money flows start to cross over into the red, that might be where the trend starts to continue down. But if it does, and I'll be honest, guys, like, again, they're not like the clearest, like, oh my God, guys, this is a major bearish signal, we're going to zero, right? This is just indicative of a pullback. Because again, you come up to the higher time frames, guys, like money flow on the higher time frames are still good. On the daily, money flow is still coming up locally, right? We had this big money flow wave, crossed into the red, faked out back into the green, and now we are indeed not only faked out into the green, but we are breaking and making new highs on our money flow, trending to the upside. This is a bullish signal. This is part of the reason why I'd be expecting those higher targets still, and why I am still overall bullish, looking for that next all-time or that previous all-time high to get hit, and then once we get above that, potentially seeing new all-time highs. So in the long term, still bullish, right? But when you see the 30-minute, this money flow crossover would indicate a downtrend to continue within the context of that time frame, right? So a 30-minute downtrend, like a 30-minute money flow crossover, like let me just spit this real quick. 30-minute money flow crossover into the red, right? You got one right here. If we put a vertical line on that money flow crossover, sure, you broke your structure, right? You had this little range here, right? And then you came down and you wound up breaking your range. Actually, you bearishly retested it probably perfectly right there if you were to extrapolate the levels as we like to do. But yeah, you can see you break down, bearish retest, rejection, right? So you do get that continued downtrend. You have your high, your lower high, lower low. But what is this move in all seriousness, right? Like from the actual crossover to the bottom of that little dip. Come on here. Come on, you can work TradingView. There you go. There we go. It's only a 1% dump, right? And, you could test another one right here. Downtrend continues. Even if you pull it from the top of this candle, it's about a 1.6% move. Let's find another one. Even here, your money flow started coming into the red, even from, the top of this wick all the way to the bottom. It's about a 3.8% move. So this isn't, this money flow crossover on the 30-minute, I'm not expecting it to give us a big move down, right? If we got a 1 to 3% move to the downside, what would that bring us to from here? Well, hey, it might just be bringing us to our expected level of support, which is going to be this value area low at $60,000. This is a beautiful psychological level at about $60,000 even. It's also the value area low of our range where we would expect to see some support. So if we break down below this POC, we could potentially see a move down to that value area low, and then this would be kind of the first major level of support that I would be looking at. And then, like I said, as we continue down, these levels of support, we zoom out here. Yeah, these levels of support do remain the same. We have a fresh daily level down here at about $57,000. 56.7K is really the number, but your high volume node does kind of start peaking out here at about 57K, right? This is the level I was just talking about, saying this is a very saucy level. And if you look at the volume profile here, you could kind of anticipate what will likely happen, right? We got a quick move. We got a quick move up here, right, through this volume gap. So once we break that high volume node, if we do wind up coming down, maybe we deviate from the volume profile. If you get bullish confirmations down here, we could potentially look for a long position to potentially reclaim the value area low, fill it to the POC, and then the value area high, and maybe that's where we actually hit that value area high level. But if you start losing this high volume node and you get stuck underneath it, what is below us? Nothing but air, right? Nothing but air. I don't know why I'm having an urge to draw this as a thumb. This looks kind of like a thumb. I don't know. Guys, I don't know. I think I have a fever. I don't know. But anyway, you must respect the thumb, guys. This is the thumb of death. I'm just kidding. But if we break below this value area, if we break below this high volume node here, obviously we do have a significant volume gap. And just like we had this quick move up, we could see that give us a quick move down to our next high volume node, which again is sitting at 57K. And then just below that, you have a fresh daily level. You also have this golden pocket retracement sitting between 55.6 and 56K. So this is going to be a very, very, very significant level to watch. And to be honest, I don't really see a reason why I would be looking lower than this. But if we were to get some kind of a panic dump to come in, maybe a bunch of leverage gets flush. We do have this 786 down here with this other fresh daily level getting closer to about 53K. To be quite honest with you guys, I'm not necessarily expecting that. But these are the key levels, right? It's an if this then that statement. Who knows what happens? Maybe we get some bearish news. Something happens overnight. We get Asia decides to dump us. And if that does happen, those are the key levels I'm looking at. But to be quite honest with you, the bearish signals that I'm looking at, and I use air quotes, I don't know why, because they are here, right? It's not like they're not there. But if that money flow crossover happens, I would expect some kind of a lackluster pull down, right? Like maybe we come down to the value area low, and I wouldn't really be panicking until we lose that high volume node at about 60K. Once you lose 60K, that's where I'd be looking down to closer to 57. But other than that, guys, as long as we remain above this value area low, I'm still looking for I'm looking for higher, right? Looking for the value area high, as well as we also do have some other levels up here as well, which is going to be, let me see if I have them marked out on this chart. We actually do have a weekly level here, I believe, as well. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull that up. Bada boom, bada bing. Grab that horizontal ray, and boom. Yeah, so 65,560 is a weekly level of resistance, just a weekly horizontal. So definitely going to be a key level to watch as well. This is just above our value area high. So maybe even if we do get the dump down to the value area low, we deviate, we come back up. When we come to hit this value area high, we know we have this backstop of resistance. Will I be looking for shorts up here? Scalp shorts, yes, I will be looking for potential scalp shorts within this range or at the top of that range if we deviate into that weekly, if I get those confirmations. However, I am still treating those shorts with heavy, heavy care, guys. I am not just looking to short that thing down to zero. I am looking, if I did enter a short here, my stop loss is tight. I'm almost expecting it. I'm almost expecting that short to get stopped out, right? It's like almost a given, right? Every short that I've taken, to be quite honest with you guys, every short that I've tried to take since this, man, we've moved so quickly, guys. I like lose my spot on the chart. That's how you know that we're in a crazy market. When you have the price moving enough where someone who looks at the chart 24/7 is like, wait, was I thinking of that here or here? Wait, no, this move was like the other day. It's crazy, right? Like we're getting these moves up. But to be honest, every short position I've looked to take, yeah, basically every short position I've looked to take since our entry down here at about 26.8. Let me just double check that entry. I feel like I always say 26.8, and then I think to myself, is it 28K? I don't want to tell people I'm in a long from 26K if it's 28K, because that is not the truth. No, it is 20. It's 26.8. I think that's why it confuses me. And I will talk about these trades in just a second. Obviously, these are the longs. This is a short. However, ever since my entry here at $26,800, that long entry, ever since then, every short that I've been taking has been taken with pretty extreme care, except for this one at the macro golden pocket. That one was a little bit more aggressive. But then once we cracked back up, all of these shorts were like, ever since we got this bounce and came up and broke this range, every short I took, I literally took the short and said to myself, this is probably going to get stopped out. Like, proceed with caution, right? Almost literally saying, like, entering the trade, like, stop me out. I don't care. And the losses are so small that it's no big deal, right? Because the longs are massively in profit right now. But that's basically, let me just get rid of some of these lines. So if we do look for a short there, it is going to be heavily managed, right? Like I'm almost expecting that to get stopped out, eventually looking for that all-time high to get hit. Now, if I were to get that short entry, let me grab my position tool really quickly, right? So let's say we did get like some kind of a swing failure pattern or some kind of bearish confirmation up here to take that short. Basically, how I would treat that is I don't even know if I would wait. Like if we came up, right, bearish confirmations, enter the short. I don't even know if I'd wait to come to the POC to take profit just because that POC is kind of low, closer to the value area low of the range. So, to be honest, I'd probably find a golden pocket retracement or something. I'd probably be taking, let's say we get a move up like this. Now, this is extremely speculative, guys, but let's say we got a pop up like this, and let's say that, our Fibonacci retracement level, we pull a fib, and we get the golden pocket right here. Like, I'm probably taking profit at, like, the closest area that it makes sense to take profit for me. I'm taking my profit, moving my stop loss to my entry, and then basically expecting it to get stopped out. We're in an aggressive, bullish move. So you want to treat these with caution. But that will be the next kind of major area of resistance I'm looking at in general. Even if I weren't looking to short it, maybe I even see signals, but it's not strong enough for me to take a short. I'll just expect the retracement, right? But that's basically what we're looking at. All levels basically remain the same to the upside and the downside. We went over all that. Be careful of these gaps. Yeah, that's basically 16-hour red dot is printing. 12-hour red dot is printing as well. Again, there's only 1 hour left on this. Only 45 minutes at this point left on the 16 and 12-hour red dots to confirm. And just like we talked about that 12-hour red dot with the 45-minute money flow crossing over into the red, looking for that as a bearish signal. We can also do the same thing with that 16-hour and the 1 hour, right? You have the 16-hour red dot. Shift yourself down to the 1 hour. Look for that money flow crossover into the red. And to be honest, like, it does look like this is probably going to confirm way before we get the money flow crossover. So again, not a super strong bearish signal, but could just lead to a small pullback, right? Now, as of right now, what is going on locally? Let's go down to the super lower, the 15-minute time frame. And again, not only are we kind of bing-bonging around within our bigger range here, but we can also pull more of a local range within just this price action here. For anyone curious, this range that I'm looking at, this volume profile, is pulled from all the way up here, right? This is kind of the big range up here. That is where that level is pulled from. But if we zoom in here, go to the 15-minute, and we resize the chart, you could look at this as a sideways area of consolidation as well. I mean, to be honest with you guys, I could break this down into 35 different ranges, right? Like, I could look at that range. I could look at, well, I guess just 2 ranges. But kind of what I would look for here is this is kind of a wonky range to pull. I would either pull it from here or maybe even just from the top of this candle. How much does that change the actual value area? Slightly. Not much of a difference, to be honest. But what's going on here, guys? This is also a very key level of support, right? This POC is not only a POC. There is also a lot of other levels within this range. And I don't want to leak... Yeah, I don't want to share the premium chart. We have more of the levels on that actual chart. But as of right now, what is going on, right? We not only are at the POC kind of interacting with this magnetic level as we would expect, but could we get a bounce here? Now, not only is this a POC, I believe there are naked daily or there was naked points of control in here as well, making this an even stronger level. I'm actually dying to... I would actually love to see. Bear with me here, guys. Let me pull up. I don't want to share the entire chart, but I would like to just kind of yeah. Okay, so let me pull up the Bybit chart here. Okay, yeah. So this is a super saucy level, and you guys can even see my cursor here. I'm on the other chart. I'm on the other screen, but you guys can see right here. You know, we have a pretty significant level of, you know, you have a monthly level right here, right where we're at right now. This candle is just about breaking over that monthly level. We have a golden pocket right here. We also have a weekly naked point of control, which is now tapped. And it is also, right, the value area low. I just really don't want to waste time drawing all these levels. It's also, you have the value area low of the range right here. Actually, I think I have the other one pulled. Yeah, so you have your value area low, your monthly levels right here. It's a golden pocket retracement. So there's many reasons to look for a bounce here, right? So we could get a bounce. If we did get a bounce, simply put, you would be looking to get up to the local value area high, and then you break out of that, you're looking to come up to the macro value area high. Simple case of a range inside of a bigger range. And this is nice, right? Like, you might think, like, why are you looking at, like, so many ranges, dude? Well, because this gives you many opportunities to make money, right? Because you could look for just a scalp within this smaller range, and then if you break out of here, you're at least have an idea of where price is going to go next, right? Because not only do these key levels of support and resistance based off these volume profile ranges, not only are they key levels of support and resistance, but we know they also act as magnets. That is one of the most powerful things. Shout out to the 1,020 people in here right now. I apologize if the energy is a little bit low. My head is throbbing right now, guys. But you know, one of the major things, if you are new to this YouTube channel and you don't know what a volume profile is, you've never seen this before, you've never heard of it before, if you watch the channel, I think you may have heard of it before, but one of the amazing things about trading with the volume profile is the way that it behaves, right? It is very reliable, and basically, like, real quick, I will give like a, I'm going to time myself here. I'm going to give myself 30 seconds to... I'm going to give myself 30 seconds to explain the volume profile. So with the volume profile, you have 3 levels. You have a value area high, a POC, and a value area low. Simply put, it's the high of the range, the low of the range, and somewhere in the middle is typically where that POC or point of control comes in. The point of control is simply the area where the most volume was transacted, also making it the most important and the most magnetic level. So what does this do? Why is this important? Why is this even worth talking about? Well, if you look at your volume profiles, this is going to take longer than 30 seconds. I already have 5 seconds left, but it will be quick, you know, and it could make you a lot of money. But basically, the reason this is so important, if we know that POC acts as a magnet, we know that if price breaks above the value area low, we know that once you're above that level and you hold it as support, the next likely place for price to go is that POC. And if you're in the Candle Mafia, you know how reliable this is, right? And then once you flip that POC and you hold it as support, that next value area or magnet is going to suck price right up to it. So oftentimes when we see these ranges, this is why we're able to make money using these, is because more often than not, this is exactly how they behave almost every single time, right? Not 100% of the time. Obviously, if anything was 100% in trading, everybody would be rich. That is not the case. Obviously, you still have to know other TA. You have to find the confirmations to even know if it's a good trade. How, there's many questions there. How do you know you're going to hold the value area low? It's a lot of factors, right? But oftentimes, that is what we see. And the reason this happens is because this is called a value area. What does that mean? It simply means that this is the area where people have agreed this is the fair price for Bitcoin. Within the range is the fair price for Bitcoin for the time being, right? So when you deviate above the range, this is considered overbought, right? And then when you're below the range, this is considered oversold, aka undervalued, overvalued. So if price comes down and this is the fair price, Bitcoin typically sells between $1 and $2, right? We'll just say it's for easy math, $1 and $2. If Bitcoin trades between $1 and $2, then if it comes down here and it's at 75 cents, the idea here, it's a simple auction. You're basically just looking to pick up 75-cent Bitcoin, and if it's usually trading within this fair value and it's on sale for 75 cents, you could buy it down here and expect it to eventually expect the sale to end, and you could return back into the fair value, and then you can sell it at the expected fair value, which is between $1 and $2, making between 25 cents and $1.25, right? I'm good at math, guys. But there you go, right? That is why these are so reliable, and this is why we look at them. So when you're looking at this local range, if we continue up, you're going to expect that POC value area high to act as a magnet, sucking price right back up to that level. And then once you break out, you could delete this middle range and just say to yourself, well, hey, what's going on at this point? We've already broken out of this local range that we were just looking at. Take it off the chart. Where's the next place for Bitcoin to likely go? Well, hey, you're above the POC. Value area high is probably going to suck you up there, right? So that's a quick little crash course on the volume profiles for anybody new out there. Smash that like button if you found it valuable. Let's see. Shout out to Tony D, said 1K watching. Can we get 1K likes? Well, I'll make you guys a deal. If we get 1,000 likes on tonight's live stream, we'll give away 0.02 Bitcoin. So smash that like button, Mafia. But shout out to Creighton C. Thank you for that super chat, bro. He says, is Tony assistant regional manager or assistant to the regional manager? I'm trying to figure out if that makes me assistant to the assistant regional manager or assistant to the assistant to the regional manager. Shout out to Creighton C. Tony D is he's the assistant to the regional manager. So hopefully that helps you out in your career pursuit or your career journey, Creighton. So yeah, are you looking for? We're actually looking for new people, man. If you're looking for a promotion, we're looking for an assistant to the regional manager. So shout out to Creighton C. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much for the super chat. But let's see. Shout out to Golden, said, Frankie, more viewers showed up. Remind them about the giveaway. Shout out to Golden. Let's go. Yeah, we will be giving away 0.02 Bitcoin, guys, at 1,000 likes. And we definitely have enough people in there, in here right now to get there. So smash that like button if you guys want. I think it's about $1,200 in Bitcoin. So smash that like button. Let's see. Assistant to the assistant of the assistant. Shout out to Crypto Paya. Shout out to you. Yo, Dark Crash out. I'll be your water boy. Tony has the resume. Let's go, Dark Crash. We don't need to see your resume, bro. We know you're the best. We know you're the liquid master. Shout out to Dark Crash. Thank you for always keeping us hydrated on the live stream. Sorry. Oh my God, that went down the wrong pipe. Oh God. All right, back to the charts. Oh God, I might have to go to the doctor for that one. Oh, I just inhaled black coffee. Oh God. Oh my God. Okay. All right, we're back. That was not good. That was the worst I think I've ever inhaled something. Whew. Okay. All right, continuing on here, guys. That's what we're looking at on Bitcoin in the short term, in the long term, and the key levels of support and resistance and what we can kind of expect here to come out on Bitcoin. For the move down, going to be watching that crossover into the red on the money flow. Hey, put those blue things away. What are those blue things, guys? I'm sorry. That was not a bit. I just inhaled so much coffee. Oh, God. Yo, Tony D said, yo, live coughing. Tony's fired, guys. Tony's fired. Tony said, yo, live coughing fit goes hard, bro. Tony, I'm calling the police on you, bro. Shout out to Tony D. Yo, stop putting that emoji. What is that emoji, guys? I don't know what that is. I don't even know what that is. You guys keep putting the blue L's in chat. I don't know what that means. You guys saying I just took an L? What is going on? Shout out to Traders Reality. Dropping the Traders Reality emoji. Let's go. But anyway, guys, let's continue on. We got 1K in the chat. That's what we're looking at on Bitcoin. If you just tuned in, scrub back a few minutes. You'll get my full thoughts on Bitcoin. And, yeah, so let's go ahead. I want to take a quick look at Ethereum, guys. That coughing was not good for my headache either. Crypto Pollo said, Frankie, take a break. We need you healthy. Whatever happened to that Frankie Candles guy? Yeah, he just inhaled coffee live on stream. We never saw him again. Kept out to Crypto Pollo. I appreciate you, brother. But yeah, let's go ahead. We'll take a look at some of the altcoins real quick, guys. And we'll keep a close eye on Bitcoin here as well. But let's go ahead. I want to take a quick look at Ethereum, as Ethereum has gotten a little bit of a pullback. Surprise, surprise, right at our key level of resistance, which was the value area high of the range, right? And just like I was explaining how the volume profiles work before, you could see the same exact thing was true for Ethereum, right? We talk about this every day. Broke above the value area low, held it as support, went right up to the POC, which I believe was right here. Nope, it was right here, right? So hold the level of support right up to the POC, get clung on the POC. Eventually, you get above it, hold it as support, and then you fill the rest of the range all the way up to the value area high. And this is about as perfect of an example of the volume profiles playing out in full as you could possibly get. And let me actually get rid of some of these levels because these are old. So there you go. Like, people say, what happened to Ethereum here? Well, simply put, it filled the range, right? You went from the value area low, flipped it to support, went to the POC, and then went to the value area high. This is what we expect from the value areas, right? So we got up to the value area high. We are now getting a rejection. Let me pull the macro Fibonacci retracement level here, not retracement level, but the macro. Yeah, macro golden pocket, right? Like, not crazy that we're getting a rejection here. This is the macro golden pocket retracement. But, I mean, if Ethereum does the same thing that Bitcoin did when it got its full golden pocket retracement, let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. Well, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted, right? We came up into that golden pocket, significant pullback into those naked daily points of control that we showed on the live stream right before getting into that fire long position right here at about 40K and getting that next big move up, which was a setup given in the premium Discord. However, just like we got that pullback on the macro golden pocket for Bitcoin, can we expect the same thing on Ethereum? Well, I'll tell you this. Very hard to tell how hard this pullback will be, right? Maybe we get a bigger pullback like we did on Bitcoin. However, really what I'm looking at is once we break above this and hold that value area low in golden pocket, once we flip it to support, that is where we're looking for the bigger move up into that 786 Fibonacci retracement level, sitting closer at about $4,002. Yeah, I would call it about 4,000, for about 4K, right? Break above there. Next stop is about 4K for Ethereum. But for the time being, I would not necessarily be expecting a breakout right this second, right? Why? Well, number one, you have that 8-hour red dot printing. Let's check that 30-minute money flow. Well, look at this. This actually has a more significant bearish signal than Bitcoin, right? Because we are actually getting the money flow crossover on that 30-minute at the same time as that red dot printing on the 8-hour. This is what you want to see, right? This is more of a perfect setup. Not perfect, but this is more indicative of a bigger pullback to come, or at least some kind of additional downside to come in here. So very similar to what I'd be looking at on Bitcoin. Once that 30-minute money flow crosses over, that's where we could expect the downtrend to potentially continue. But I am a little bit more sussed out about Bitcoin actually getting the move down because it's not in confluence with that 8-hour red dot that well, right? It's not that confluent with that red dot. So on Ethereum, if we do see a continued pullback, what can we look at for support? Well, I don't necessarily like pulling to these liquidation wicks. However, we do have a golden pocket sitting right here at about 30, 3287 to 3275. This is going to be a key level to watch. I would look at this as your first kind of local level of support. Turn this long for support. And then we will also mark out that 786, which is coming in at about 32 to 3224. So that's your local Fibonacci retracement levels that I would be looking at. And on top of that, guys, let me go ahead, as we have gotten a pretty significant move up here on Ethereum, just straight up and to the right. I will go ahead and take some of these daily levels as well. Shout out to, oh, man, it's like you guys try to get me with these names. I got to be careful, too, because this one seems innocent. I think it is. But sometimes they look normal, and then you say it out loud, and before you know it, you're saying Dixon something, like Dixon. You guys know our friend Dixon Applejuice. Shout out to him. You never know. I said that one a few times before I realized what it was. But shout out to Dixon. He's a huge part of the CandleMafia now. So shout out to Dixon. We appreciate you, brother. But shout out to SWAT B. It says, love the energy. Big love from the K1M6A. K1M6A gang? Well, shout out to SWAT B. I appreciate you. Much love right back at you, bro. I don't know if I probably butchered the K1M6B, K1M6A, but shout out to you, bro. I do appreciate that super chat, and I appreciate the love, brother. And I love that you like the energy, because I feel like my energy is pretty low right now because I don't feel great. But, hey, I appreciate the kind words, bro. Thank you so much. But let's continue on here. I want to take some of these daily levels. And unfortunately, there's a lot of them, which I kind of hate, to be honest with you. So let me mark some of these out. Let me see. Let me take this. We'll make this weekly. And then we'll come back down to the daily. So I'll be honest with you guys. Like this little range right here. Hold up. Shout out to Golden. Let's go, bro. Yo, shout out to Golden. Let's go. Golden gifted more Frankie Candles memberships. Let's get it. Spam those golden emojis. Let's go. Welcome to the CandleMafia, where Golden gives an unrealistic amount of memberships to our community. Shout out to Golden, the actual go to this community. Smash that like button if you love Golden, and if you love 0.02 Bitcoin. We're going to be giving it away if we get 1,000 likes on tonight's live stream. If you just got a membership, smash that like button. Let's go. Golden, you're the GOAT, bro. Let's go. I don't know what sound this is going to be. I'm hoping it's like a cha-ching sound, but I don't know because they're not labeled yet, so I'm kind of taking a risk here. It's probably going to be a goat because I'm in like the danger zone of the soundboard here for goats, but please just be a cha-ching sound. Knew it was going to be a goat. Okay. Shout out to Golden. Just pretend that was like a approval, like a thank you, like cha-ching. Shout out to Golden. Let's go. But let's continue. You gifted 100 members, dude. You are wild. Let's go. Let's continue on here, guys. So we have a pretty significant pocket of support down here on Ethereum. I don't know if we're going to come all the way down here. However, these two levels right here, I'm just going to mark these out real quick. This is significant support. And then you also have these two other daily levels. They are naked points of control, so they are kind of important. This cluster is kind of annoying. I may not mark all these out. If we pull our fib, all right, I'm going to take these levels right here. Let's turn off the indicators. Shout out to Golden, bro. Unbelievable. I know when he gifts the memberships because like the whole chat just turns yellow or gold, I should say. Shout out to Golden, unbelievable. All right, we're already at 512 likes, guys. I think we can get 1K. Please let me give away 0.02 Bitcoin to somebody here in the Mafia. Let's go. Ripped Creighton, not to be confused with Creighton C, says people are spamming in this chat. They do like that golden emoji, baby. Let's go. And shout out to Ripped. If you get a membership, you got to spam too. You got to join the spam train. Let's get it. All right, let's see. Welcome. You now have a membership. You're in this membership with other like-minded people. Help us navigate this membership gracefully across the Bitcoin tide. Let's go. Shout out to Wick589. Let's go. I had to read that as you were like flying up, so it was kind of hard to read. But let's continue on. Did I get one? Shout out to Ripped Creighton. If you want to win a membership, you just got to make sure that you have, in your YouTube settings, you have to make sure that you have someone in the Mafia, if you guys can let them know, because I'm just saying based off what you guys say, and I don't know what it actually looks like. I think there's a toggle that says accept gifts. I think you have to have that on, and then you'll be eligible to potentially win a membership if someone, usually Golden, gifts them again, which he probably will, if not in this stream, in another stream for sure, because he's the GOAT. But let's continue on. So these are the key levels I would be looking at, right? Now, specifically, I would look at these two levels down here, and we're going to take a look at the visible range volume profile as well. This is kind of a nice pocket here. 786 as an honorable mention. I do believe this weekly naked point of control is no longer valid, I believe. Yeah, this was absolutely destroyed as we ripped through. But this is what I would be looking at. Let's come down to the 1 hour. If you continue down, local levels between 3287, golden pocket between 3287 and 3275, 786 sitting at 3223. If we lose those levels, simply going to be looking a little bit lower to the super sauce level, which I would say is right here at this daily. Bear with me. Yeah. Let me come back down. I did not mean to delete that golden pocket. So you got the daily golden pocket between, and this is honestly the saucier level. Like in the macro, if we get a bigger pullback, this is going to be a very key level because you have the daily naked point of control. You have the more significant golden pocket retracement, and the bottom of this golden pocket is at literally $3,002, almost $3,000 even. So not only do you have the daily naked point of control, the golden pocket, you still have that psychological $3,000 level, which is going to be pretty interesting. Now, do you guys remember what was also very close to $3,000? Yes, it was the value area high of the local range, which I don't know if we have here. What is... I'm just going to delete all this. Complete garbage. But yeah, we also do have a previous value area high at about 31... like right up here at about 3180. This is probably what we bounced off of right here. But these are the key levels. $3,000 is kind of a super saucy level. And then just underneath that at 2960, you have your daily, weekly levels, your daily naked point of control, your weekly naked point of control. This is potentially even saucier than the golden pocket daily naked point of control. But these are the levels. Around 3K is a big zone. You could even make this like one giant zone of support. Very, very strong levels. And then locally, I would watch these two, this golden pocket and 786. Bitcoin, real quick, kind of just meandering around. I thought we were getting a little move. But that's what I look at on Ethereum, guys. For the most part, the one thing that makes me think we could get a little more of a pullback would be that 30-minute money flow crossover with the 8-hour red dot. But remember, in these parabolic moves to the upside, you don't want to be shorting too aggressively. Take them with a grain of salt. Shout out to Tony D. Thank you for the super chat. He said, if you're on PC, shout out to Tony. If you're on PC, click on Golden's donated gifts. You should see 3 dots. From there, you could toggle on receiving gifts. If you're on mobile, I don't know. Shout out to Tony D. We love the honesty. Shout out to Tony D. As you guys know, I kind of pride myself on like honesty and transparency. And I always say I'm never going to come up here and like talk about something that I don't think I am in a place to speak on, right? Like I talk about the charts because I know what I'm talking about on the charts, right? I'm not going to come up here and talk to you guys about the anatomy of a goat because I'm not a veterinarian. That's my sister. Shout out to my sister. But just like that, Tony D is not going to come up here saying that he's an expert on turning on YouTube gifts on mobile because he's not. Shout out to Tony D. Let's go ahead and continue on. Shout out to Wick589 said, hello, people I don't recognize. Welcome to the bull market. Let's go. Shout out to Wick589. And if you are new here, guys, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of this saucy trading education where I show you how to make money trading crypto, whether the price is going up or down. Ask the Mafia members. We were crushing it, making money as Bitcoin was dumping in the bear market. And if you were in the last bull market and you are just coming back to crypto YouTube for this bull market, just know if you stick with us, you don't have to leave after the bull market because we make money when it goes down just like we do when it goes up. And if you didn't know that was possible, subscribe to the channel because you're leaving money on the table. And we teach it here every single day at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for free on this live show. So let's continue on, guys. Those are the key levels on Ethereum that I'll be looking at. As of right now, not looking for any trades on ETH. But let's go ahead and continue on. I want to take a look at some of these altcoins. If you guys want to see some altcoins, go ahead and spam them in the chat. Rob the Crypto Snob will count up the votes and let us know which ones we're talking to. Let us know which ones we're gonna take a look at, and we will start off. We already did ETH, but we will take a look at XRP, which is still kind of doing the same thing as it was, but kind of nice here, guys. Look what we got. Nice push up to that value area low at about 63 cents almost, right? This is our key level. This is nice. What were we looking at on XRP the other day? Well, we broke out of our previous. Let me zoom out here. Let me give some context, and let me actually clear some things. Right. Get rid of this. I'm actually going to get rid of a lot of this stuff. Let's clean up this. Let's clean up this XRP chart here. Okay. So this is actually all pretty relevant, right? So this is what we're looking for, or this is what we're looking at, right? Number one, we have this range right down here. This has been respected. It is kind of a wonky range, but this is longer term. So I'm actually going to get rid of this, right? We're not really trading in there anymore. I really don't like getting rid of it. But what I will do is I will get rid of this, and then I'll put a box on this value area, right? So what happened on XRP. Change this to neutral, grab a horizontal ray, bada boom. Come on. Give me the horizontal line, dang it. There we go. POC. And your value area low. Okay, so simply put, we have two major things here. Massive bull market value area, right? This value area was simply pulled from the top of the bull market, right? This is the money zone. Once we break above this value area low, we have this labeled as the doorway to higher prices, not for no reason, but because if we get above this level and flip it to support, chances are we're going to see a run up to that POC at about 83 cents. Once you flip that POC, it's more likely than not that that next spot for Bitcoin, XRP to go is going to be the value area high at $1.29. Now, we actually saw this play out almost perfectly as we broke above this level. Not recently, but back in July, we cracked above that value area low, got that big move up, and where did we reject? Right on that POC. If we were to flip that to support, we could have seen $1.28 come in, or $1.29 come in on XRP. We're looking for the exact same thing right here, and XRP's been pretty boring lately, right? We've just kind of been bing-bonging around in sideways ranges here. We have this old value area that we came back down into, respected. We got sucked back in right towards that POC, like I was saying, acts as a magnet, sucked us right down back into there, flipped it to support, right to the value area high. We deviated from the value area high. This is an overbought or overvalued XRP. You could look to short it. Where are you going? Right to the POC, right to the value area low. Deviate from the low, get accepted back above the low, up to the POC, back to the high, back to the POC, back to the high. Now, we have broken out of this range, and we have now flipped this range to support, which is a beautiful sign for a move up. Now, where is that move up likely to take us? Well, last time we looked at XRP, we looked for it to kind of bing-bong around these two ranges now. We bing-bonged inside the range. Now we broke out, and now we're playing tennis or ping-pong, or bing-bong, as I like to say, between these two ranges. Now, if we continue up and we break above, that's the doorway to about first stop. First major stop would be 83 cents, where we rejected on that. I believe this was like fake XRP news, fake lawsuit news. That's going to be likely that next major level of resistance. Now, we are likely going to have some local levels in here as well that we are probably going to respect, right? This level right here at about 64, 65 cents. Could that be the next target? Potentially, right? Because let's hide the macro range. Let's hide this macro range real quick. And let's look at this range, right? Let's extrapolate this volume profile. This is kind of the next stop for XRP. This is the next steps before we get that massive range to accept us and give us way higher prices. We basically need to conquer that value area low, that doorway to higher prices on that macro range is basically the POC of this local range. So once we get up into this little mini range, we can look to come up to the POC and then ride it up to the high. Once we get up there, hopefully, once we break out, at that point, you're accepted into the macro range, and that could make you fly and head towards that POC at 83 cents. So local levels on XRP, now that we are starting to mess around with that value area low, I would break it down into this smaller range. Key level of resistance right now that you want to flip is at 60 cents. And then the real important level is the POC right here. And then you could look to go to the value area high, and then you look for the breakout, and then that next big target will be that 83-cent level right here, that POC. So there you go. Other than that, I mean, you are getting some bearish divergences here. You'd have the higher highs on your price action into your key level, which is the POC / value area low. And it did give you the pullback. But again, if we come up to the weekly, guys, a lot of these charts look pretty good, right? On the weekly, money flow is coming up pretty aggressively, to be honest with you. Momentum is coming back up as well. So I would expect this to potentially give us a move somewhat in the near future. So there you go. That is what I'm looking at on XRP. Gigantic doji candle. All right, let's see. Doge is dumping. Let's take a quick look at Doge. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Says altcoin votes are in and being counted. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. And whoa, speak of the devil, the votes are in. Pin my next comment. There we go. Thank you so much, Rob. I appreciate you, brother. Let me go ahead and replace that pinned message. Bada boom, bada bing. There we go. All right. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Kerry Stressel. I appreciate you, man. Yeah. I'm just hoping I don't wake up super sick. I'm at I feel kind of garbage. But it's one of those things where it's like, I think if I get to bed early enough or I just kind of take it easy tonight, I think I could kind of escape it. I have this thing where I think I could just escape sickness. This one's creeping on me, though. This one is definitely creeping on me. But shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you so much, man. Let's continue on here. Let's see. Oh, hold up. Billy Goattails. Shout out to Billy Goattails. Is that a real thing? Is this a real thing, or is this like a troll? Billy, Crypto Billy, if you are in chat, confirm or deny that Billy Goattails is a real thing. I know it's a real thing, but is this person in chat a real thing? He says it's Biomex in the background typing. Hola. Wait, Billy Goattails. Wait, hang on. Is it really you, Biomex? Prove it. Put a picture of yourself. I don't know. Prove it. Let's see your passport. I don't know. Show us a picture. Show us some ID. Shout out to Biomex. Let's go. It's got to be. He said, Wick, hola. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I think it sounds like Biomex. It sounds like Biomex. I think it's him. That is Biomex. Okay, Crypto Poyo. Now I know it's approved. Shout out to Billy Goattails, who is really Biomex, but we're calling you Billy Goattails from now on, Biomex. Shout out to you, bro. But let's get Poyo confirmed. That's right. Shout out to Crypto Poyo. You're the man. But let's continue on here, guys. Taking a look at Doge real quick. I'm not going to lie. I was hoping for a dump on Doge because if you guys remember, I think it was yesterday's live stream in the morning, we were looking for a potential breakout of this value area based off of very specific things that we were looking at on the weekly time frame. We had that weekly money flow crossover. We were tapping on the value area high, and we were looking for that breakout. And that was about 9:30 in the morning. And then on the 5:45 p.m. live stream, this show, we tuned in, or you tuned in, and I was here. I was already here. Do I tune in too? I'm not tuning in, but I make the tune, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, we saw that breakout of this value area high in all of its glory, literally a few hours later. Now, I was hoping for a little bit of a pullback because I did not take a long on this. Now, question is, how much can we pull back here? Well, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know. Nobody knows. But what we could do is find those key levels of support and hope that they come and get hit. And then if we get those bullish confirmations as we push into those levels, that is where we can look to take some long positions. But let's pull up that daily. Let me see if we have any significant levels. So let me go ahead and label this. Bada boom. I'm going to take the purple off here because it is no longer resistance. It is now support. And let me turn off this, and let's get rid of this. Okay. So right now, let's get rid of that. Let's pull some new fibs. Let's go from the low all the way to the high here. This is beautiful, guys. I don't know. I want to be very clear. I do not know if we're going to come down to this level. There's no way for me to tell if we're going to come down to this level. But what I can tell you is oftentimes when you break out of a value area like this, you get a big move up, and then sometimes you do get a correction. That was starting to look like a bad drawing. It starts to come down. a lot of times when you break out of these, you will come back down to retest that value area high as support before continuing back up to higher prices. Now, to be quite honest with you, this thing pumped hard, like super hard. 56% pump. I don't know if you're going to get that full retracement down to this level. So what I would do is also look at some more local Fibonacci retracement levels. Like, this doesn't even really give you much more. Like, this doesn't really make it that much more attainable. But yeah, this is definitely a saucy level, because not only do you have the golden pocket, you also have the value area high of the previous range and that daily naked point of control. So you have kind of a trifecta of if you guys are watching me draw this stuff, it's like I can't dodge potentially drawing some naughty things. I just feel like every time I draw something, someone in chat is like, hey, that looks like a hot dog. And I'm like, it's not a hot dog. But anyway, if we do pull back, like, this would be a super saucy level. You have that trifecta of confluence, golden pocket, value area high, daily naked point of control. The problem is, I don't know if we're going to get down there. If we did, I would definitely be looking for longs down here. But to be honest with you, I think that would be a lucky drop, right? That would be a lucky dump, as they call it. But if we come down to some lower time frames, we could try to find some more local levels. Now you can see here, this is probably a golden pocket or 786 tap right here. Yeah, so we are starting to hold that 786 locally. If we pull up the market cipher, 4-hour, 8-hour red dot printing, 30-minute money flow, looking to cross over into the red here. I'll say this. I will hope for a bigger pullback. I can't guarantee you'll get lucky enough to get it. But let's see. Where's that daily? A daily VWAP rolling over as well, but your money flow is coming up. I think there's upside here for Doge. Over the next couple of weeks, I think we will see Dogecoin continue up potentially based off the money flow on the daily here. I would love this VWAP to come, give us a red dot, and pull us back to one of these key levels. So the real key levels I would look at right now, guys, is back down at 9 cents. Again, I don't know if we're lucky enough to get back down there. If we don't get back down there, a little bit higher up, you could look for about 10 cents right here at about 0.10351. Again, I don't know if you're lucky enough to get back down to there. But we'll have to see what happens. Once that 30-minute money flow crosses over, we'll see if we can get a bigger move down. But those are definitely going to be the key levels that I'm looking at. But who knows? To be honest with you, money flow is not necessarily saying that we're about to get a massive bounce off the 786. So I might miss the move, but I am not taking the long off this 786. I might miss the move, though, right? So keep that in mind. But that's what I'd be looking at on Dogecoin. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see. Yeah, shout out to I'm My Hero. I can't read what you said, but shout out to you, bro. Golden is a legend. Shout out to JD Stash. Absolutely. Golden is quite the legend. Shout out to Golden. Raphael says COQINU. I can't say that out loud either. Family-friendly show, but we can take a look at COQ. I'll be honest with you guys. Oh, interesting. I actually do hold this. This is a meme coin. Be careful with meme coins, guys. I'm not just going to sit up here and try to pump my bag. I'm going to tell you guys to be extremely cautious. I just lost a lot of money on a meme coin. Not a lot of money, but I just got wrecked on a meme coin. But I want to be clear. Not wrecked as in, oh my God, I lost all my money. I mean wrecked as in I lost a lot of the money that I put in. It was not a big bag. It does not affect me, right? When I buy meme coins, they are gambles. I treat them as gambles, and when I throw money at a meme coin, I assume I'll never see the money again. And then sometimes it 15x's, and I'm like, oh, hey, look, extra money. Let me take it, right? But I do own this, full disclosure. I do have some of this. I don't know where my entry was. I should probably mark that out. But I am up pretty good on it. But yeah, it's like I don't know how people promote meme coin. Like, the only way that you could promote a meme coin is buy this. It's cool. I can't be like, this is going to perform really well. It's like there's no way to judge that, right? I mean, I'll just do some quick COQ TA. I don't know if they were making a joke. Raphael, I don't know if you were joking about COQ, but I'll do some TA. We're at the value area low. VWAP coming up on the 45-minute. 24-minute green dot printing. Yo, Tony D said, I pronounce it as Coke Inu. Yeah, I like that. Or Kokwa. Kokwa Inu. Shout out to Tony. But this value area low, guys, as we come down, you can expect support here. Where's this POC at? Bear with me. POC right up here. I don't know why it's not marked. It's probably, I'm going to assume we interacted with that level. We did, right? And a lot of people probably think like, dude, you're drawing random lines on the chart. The random lines make you money. I don't care if they're random or the most not random lines in the world. If they make you money, they make you money. But as we're here at the value area low, we could look for a bounce here, especially with that 24-minute green dot. Short term, could get a move up to that POC and potentially the value area high. We're not going to be able to see the weekly. There's not enough information here. Daily money flow now just crossing over into the green. And by me being in profit here, guys, I mean I think I'm in profit. I would have to check, but I have to log into a different wallet. But, yeah. I am not saying that COQ is going to go to these levels, but these were targets that we were looking at on a recent live stream. But remember, meme coins are a complete gamble. You could buy this thing and it could go to zero. The other one, actually, this was one that we were looking at on the live stream the other day. I don't think they have a, they don't even have a, they have no, what is this called? Chart on TradingView. But it was, I think it's called Trepe. It's like Trump Pepe. It's like TREPE. I bought it and I instantly 2x'd. And now I'm down to like 25% of my original bag. So that's how dangerous meme coins can be, guys. Now I don't know if it's going to go back up. I'm hoping it goes back up. I'm not selling at a 75% loss, that's for sure. That's why I treat these as gambles, right? If I don't see that money, I'm going to be fine. I'm just hoping it comes back to life. Go Trepe. I don't recommend buying any of these guys. These are very risky. You are likely to lose your money. All right, let's see. Let's continue on here. Let's take a look at Solana. I know that is a crowd favorite. Shout out to the, what is the Solana gang? Solana soldiers? Solana, what is it? Soul crew? The Soul Squad? What is the Solana community called? Jasmine, yeah, we'll take a look at Jasmine, no problemo. Let's see. Shout out to Jay Gilly. Said, see you later, Mafia. BJJ time. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Shout out to you, bro. Don't mess with Jay Gilly in the streets. He'll wrap you up like an anaconda. Let's go. But anyway, continuing on here, taking a look at Solana. You guys will know yesterday on the show, we were actually looking at this daily level as a potential rejection, and we hit this level live, and there was no reason to take a short, right? As we were pushing up here, I said, guys, look at this. We're not swing failing the level. We don't have bearish confirmations. I would not take this short, and what happens? You continue up to where? Right to the value area low. This is why the volume profiles are goated, guys. This is, if you took everything away from me, please don't take Lux Algo or Market Cipher away from me. But God forbid that were to happen. As long as I have the volume profiles, it would be annoying to do without the other indicators. But this is the most powerful trading tool, in my opinion, that exists. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, we break out of this volume profile. We didn't get resistance on the daily. I'll take that off. And what happened? We came right up to our magnet, our next magnet, which was the value area low of the macro range, guys. And this is where things are likely to get exciting for Solana. Because once we break above this level, guys, just like all these other volume profiles, baby, I can't believe we came up and tapped that. This is the first time I'm looking at Solana today. Yeah, this is nice. Just absolutely beautiful. You break out, you expect resistance on the value area low, which we are getting. Once we break above this level, hold it as support. I will look for, obviously, a move to the POC, but because this is so close to the value area low, I will actually kind of just treat this as one solid level of resistance. Grab that purple box. Bada boom. Shout out to maybe a Band-Aid. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for the super chat, man. I don't know if this is going to be the right sound effect, but I'm just going to pick a random button. Not the button that I wanted to hit, but shout out to maybe a Band-Aid. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says hashtag not my inhaler. Guys, I don't have an inhaler. I don't know what you're saying. I don't have an inhaler. I don't. I don't even know what an inhaler is. Don't pat me down. I don't know. Anyway, shout out to maybe a Band-Aid. Thank you for the super chat. And we got a Sleet Coil. What does that even mean? Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for the super chat. Says, what do you think of ABT USDT? Alt season is here, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Sleet. I appreciate that super chat. We can take a look at ABT. Let me write it down. Abbott, as some people, I know a lot of people like to call it Abbott. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. But anyway, this value area low, what I'm looking for is once we break above this POC, and again, the reason I'm not using the value area low as the doorway to higher prices is because that POC is right there. So you're probably, if you flip the value area low to support, you're just going to hit your head on the POC. So once you flip the POC right here at 141.37, guys, this opens up the door for the Solana community to buy their Lambos, right? And if you were buying Solana down here at $8 on 3x leverage like I was, you are now in the multi-millions. I'm just kidding. But you are obviously massively in profit here. Perfect example of be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. When everybody says it's going to zero, everything's dead, the exchanges are dead, Solana's going to zero, FTX dumped, that's where you want to buy, right? That is when you see everybody else crying and asking, calling for their moms, that's when you buy. When I had people calling me and saying, hey, man, I hope you're doing all right. I saw crypto dumped. And you can't blame these people, right? They don't know. But they call like, hey, man, I hope you're good. I see crypto's dumping. Like, really sorry, man. I'm sure it's rough out there. I'm like, first of all, the cash is coming in on the shorts. And number two, baby, we are buying. If my friends and family had hit me up when they were worried about me and they were buying crypto instead of thinking it was all over, they'd all be rich. I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, they'd make a lot of money, but I don't know if they'd be rich. But anyway, once we flip that POC, guys, that's when we can expect that quick move, not quick move, but that full range fill all the way up to the value area high. Yes, at $204. Could be a beautiful thing, and we are just knocking on the door here. Super exciting for Solana, guys. Absolutely amazing. 12-hour red dot looking to print. So, and again, this is key resistance. This is key resistance until we get above that POC. So we could see a pullback. To be honest with you guys, I peeped this before. We could swing fail this POC, right? Because just above this POC, we likely have a lot of liquidity sitting up here, which means once you crack that POC, you could swing fail it. If you don't know what swing failure pattern is, check the YouTube channel. I have a full tutorial on how I trade them. And then you could get a bigger push to the downside, right? So got to be careful. There's going to be strong resistance, but once you flip that POC, in my opinion, next stop, likely going to be that value area high eventually, right? Not in a straight line, but eventually we'll be making our way up to that value area high just like we did on Bitcoin, just like we did on Ethereum, just like we're starting to do here on Chainlink, right? We're about a quarter of the way through the range. Just like we did, I mean, this is local, but Matic, and just like we are looking for eventually on Dogecoin. Dogecoin is lagging behind a lot of the other alts, right? Not even approaching its previous value area low. DOT as well. DOT also lagging behind. This is lagging harder than Doge, right? Once you get above that level, could approach your previous value area low, which is sitting all the way up here at $14, which is already like almost a 2x from where we are right now. And once we flip those levels, we could see a fill of to the top of the range at $34, right? So these are altcoins that are still in their bear market range. A lot of people feel like they're late to the party. Doge is still pretty low, and so is DOT, right? There's a few coins like that. You can see here, even ApeCoin wound up getting a move back up into here. A lot of these alts, guys, a lot of these altcoins are starting to approach their previous ranges. Trying to find some more. Yeah, like even Atom, guys. Even Atom, man. Atom is still lagging here. Right? This is the 2021 all-time high. Am I tripping? No, this is not the all-time high. Never mind. Bear with me, guys. Hang on. May 2021. Oh, no. Yeah. This is, I don't know why I'm tripping right now. There you go. Right? Like, Atom still in its bear market range. Looking for a move up there. We're not even close to the previous bull market range. If you feel like you're late to the party, these are the coins you want to look for. Right? When you see a coin, like if you're just scanning your list of coins, you see coins still in their bear market range. These are coins that have not taken off yet. And if you have Market Cipher, if you guys want to save 30%, you could check, or 20%, you could use my code MCFrank20 will save you 20%. If you're interested in Market Cipher, I highly recommend it, right? This is obviously a huge part of my analysis. If you're in this bear market range and your money flow on the weekly time frame is about to cross over into the green, this is typically the signal that this alt is bottomed out and ready to go up, right? Not a guarantee, not financial advice. Obviously, some coins can still dump, but you can see here on Chainlink, right? Crossed over into the green. And what happens shortly after? You break out of the range, and then you start to approach that previous bull market range. Once you flip that value area low to support, that's where you look for the full range fill, which we have not gotten yet. And something that's very important to note here is it acts as resistance until you flip it, right? So you come up here, you hit your head, you hit your head, you hit your head, you hit your head. But what that does is it creates a volume profile range down here, which you can use to give you context into where you should be taking longs, right? Because when you're hitting your head on that value area low and you form this range, you now know where your undervalued asset is. When you deviate below the value area low, this is where you're looking for the long. Deviate below the value area low, this is where you're looking for the long. Deviate from the value area low, that's where you're looking for the long. This is where you're looking for the long. Here, right? At any of these moments, you could have held that long and you would be up quite a bit on your Chainlink trades, right? With or without leverage, 58% is a good pump. So there you go. All right, let's see. So that was Solana. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at Jasmy. Bada boom, bada bing. Jasmy Tether US. Okay, so here we are. Let me see. Where's that 786? Okay, bada boom. Come up to the daily. Yeah, so we've gotten a full golden pocket 786 retracement here, as expected. Also, yeah, never came down to hit this daily weekly. That's a key level here. We get a big dump on Jasmy, just letting you know. 0.011557, super saucy level of support. So if you get some kind of fear to come into the market and you get a big move down, this is a big level. But we got the 786 retracement. And just above this, we have this purple box is key resistance. You are starting to get a daily bearish divergence. Now, again, money flow is trending up, so you're not looking to short this thing to zero based off of divergence. You have to be careful with the divergences in an uptrend, or be careful with bearish divergences on the way up and be careful with bullish divergences on the way down, because you don't want you're going against the trend looking for shorts here. So you have to understand the context that you're trading in. You don't want to be looking for like giga shorts here, right? Money flow is coming up. However, that divergence is likely going to give you some kind of consolidation or pullback, right? So that's kind of what I'd be looking for. That's what I would expect out of Jasmy over the next few days, right? 12-hour bearish divergence printing, maybe some consolidation, maybe a bigger pull to the downside. Purple box right here between 0.028500 and, come on. 0.025373 and 0.022616. I know those are weird numbers. You could screenshot them right there if you want to, but this is key resistance. More specifically, the monthly naked point of control at 0.025171, major resistance. If you get above that level, you kind of have another pretty big level of resistance, right? Like right here. I'm not going to say them. You can just read them or screenshot them. I don't want to mess them up. That's going to be your next zone of resistance right up here. And you have a lot of work ahead of you on Jasmy, to be quite honest with you, right? You got a big move up, but you have a lot of resistance above. Once you crack above these levels, pull up the VPVR. Bada boom. Come on, volume, let's go. All right, yeah, so it's kind of hard to read here on the VPVR. Come on, volume, you got it, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, right here, once you break 5 cents, that's where I think you're off to the races, to be quite honest with you. Shout out to Jasmy. This thing's been doing pretty well lately. But there you go. That's pretty simply put what I'd be looking for. Those divergences for a short-term pullback, long-term, taking a look at the weekly. What is your money flow crossover? Look at the money flow crossover. This is the big signal, guys. This is the signal. And what happened here? It's exactly what we just looked at on Doge. You have your bear market range. You start to look to break out. Money flow crosses over into the green. 1 week, money flow crosses over. The next week, massive move to the upside. This is what you want to look for on the altcoins. Shout out to Jasmy. So, yeah, looking good in the long term. Short term, I'd look for maybe some stall out or pullback. Let's continue on here. Shout out to Brandon. Thoughts on Origin Trail TRACK. I don't know why I said TRACK. There was literally no CK. It's just TRAC. Let's see. I don't know a lot about this project. Weekly money flow is coming up. That's a good sign. I would be careful of the divergence here. I'm just going to run through this one really quickly. Money flow, let's see. Money flow coming up on the weekly. That's good in the long term. Money flow kind of flat on the daily, to be honest. 4-hour money flow coming out. Momentum coming out. So oftentimes, guys, when you see this, I know a lot of people know this, but when you see price coming up, just generally, and your momentum is like generally trending down, it's usually indicative of a pullback. If I were looking for support, I'll pull a fib. Pull a Fibonacci from the low to the high. Key zone of support, like right here, between 91 and 86 cents. That would be a potential buy the dip scenario, in my opinion. I don't know a lot about this project. Could be garbage. I have no idea. Could be really good. But locally, I would look, right? So your local level, I'll just give you the levels here. Local levels, value area high, $1.06. POC, $1.02. Value area low, 99 cents. You lose that range, pull up that VPVR. Likely going to be a gap just underneath that range. Well. Look at that gap. Break down below the range, get stuck, fall through the gap. Next, to be honest with you, this golden pocket ain't even that strong. It's really the 786 where that key level of support comes in, right? So I would look at this as, I'm going to keep this white because blue is typically our real support zones. I'm going to keep that white. Could you get a bounce there? Probably. But really the saucy level of support is this high volume node / 786 retracement. So that's what I'd be looking at. Key levels and everything. Money flow coming out on the 4-hour, so I don't think it's unlikely that you come down here. Not guaranteed, though. Shout out to Brandon. Hopefully that helps you out, brother. Let's take a quick look at ABT. Another quick request. Just a reminder, this is going to be a short stream. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a short stream, guys. And I just want to. Super chats don't guarantee that we look at the coin. Sometimes people come in here and get really mad if we don't look at their super chat. If we did that, we would be here for like 11 hours. Just people just keep super chatting altcoins. I try to look at, obviously the super chats are a lot easier to see. So they do kind of get noticed faster, but we can't guarantee. Otherwise, we would just be here forever. But we do try our best. Oh, yo, shout out to John Wick. Holy. Shout out to John Wick. Let's go. $250 super chat. Thank you so much, bro. You did not have to do that. Says, grateful for all the invaluable knowledge you've shared all the way through the bear market, Frankie. Legend. Shout out to John Wick. Good to see you, bro. You did not have to drop that, bro. $250 is no joke. I appreciate you more than you know, man. Thank you so much. And the fact that you're grateful makes me think that we helped you, which makes me the happiest person in the world. That is the whole point of this YouTube channel. Shout out to John Wick. Sounds like you're doing pretty well, and that makes me super happy. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Greatly appreciated. I'm going to try to hit you with a cha-ching sound effect, but I can almost guarantee you it's not going to be a cha-ching because all the buttons aren't labeled, so I'm just going to hit something random here. Oh, my God, we got it. Let's go. I literally shut my eyes and hit it. Let's go. Shout out to John Wick, bro. You said I'm a legend. You're a legend, bro. Dropping $250 super chats. Wild. Shout out to John Wick. Actually, so weird. Thought to myself earlier today, I have not seen all the John Wicks. And I literally thought to myself today, I saw a TikTok about a custom pistol that somebody was making from the guy who made the stuff for John Wick. And I was like, I got to watch all the John Wicks in order. That's wild. Shout out to John Wick. I appreciate you, bro. That is really weird. Shout out to you, bro. But let's continue on here. Drop some love for John Wick in the chat. You don't want to piss him off, guys. Trust me. You guys know John Wick, right? But anyway, let's take a look here at our ARC block. Let's take a look at the daily. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's pull up that VPVR, which is literally just like, it's like your wise sage in the journey of crypto here. So, simply put, I mean, beautiful little bull pennant here. This is as textbook as a bull pennant gets. Boom. Boom. Like, beautiful bull pennant, right? And then your measured move would essentially be something like this. Does that measured move have any significance? I don't know, because we cannot look left. But what we can do is we could pull this fib, And you can see, yeah, potentially on our way to a $3.63 arc block, potentially. These are imaginary fib levels. The only reason these are respected is because other traders look at these imaginary levels, right? So potentially on our way up here to about $3.60. It is the technical target of this bull pennant. Honestly, $5 is the technical target, but it doesn't mean just because the technical target is $5 does not mean we're going to get there. So you have to understand that we do have resistance at about 260, 287, and then 364. Those are the next targets up to the upside for ABT, in my opinion. Could be wrong, could be right. Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong. But take a look at the 4-hour. Money flow coming up, VWAP coming down. I'll tell you what. I'll give a little freebie here on the live stream. I'll tell you what. Oh, this is sauce level. Woo, baby, look at this level. Look at the confluence. You can't even see inside this level. There's too many levels of confluence there. If you get a pullback, I'll give you guys a little. I don't know where you could trade this. I don't know if it's a good project. I don't know a lot about this. I'm not going to sit up here and pretend I do. But if you get a move down to this level, even potentially the POC 786 down here, I'm just saying, you do something like this with a bull div on the 4-hour into some of these key levels, that might be a long opportunity, specifically down into this blue box, right? You get lower low on your price action, higher low on your momentum wave, giving you that bull div. If your money flow is continuing up there, that might be a long opportunity to take it back up to these Fibonacci levels and potentially off to the next target at $2.61. So that's what I'd look for on ABT, to be quite frank with you, no pun intended. VWAP coming up on the daily as well. Yeah, I would love to see that 4-hour bull div. I'm going to put a position tool here. Now, again, guys, this does not mean long ABT when you get to this level. There is much more work to do than that, right? You can't just long the level blindly. I mean, you could, but you might lose your money. Not financial advice. But if you come on down there and you start to see those bullish confirmations, could be a signal that you could catch a little trade there, right? And it would be as simple to me as a push into the level, lower low on the price action, higher low on your momentum wave, and money flow coming up. 6-hour money flow also coming up. Yeah, these VWAPs are coming down. You may get that setup. Yeah, 1-hour money flow coming up. 16-hour green dot. If that 16-hour VWAP is, this is the zero line. If that 16-hour VWAP is like this, that could be a saucy setup. Let's go to the 16-hour. Please be like that. Please be like that. Oh, baby. Oh, no. So close. So close. So not really, right? We've already gotten the green dot. It's already confirmed. But that's what I would look at on ABT. Little freebie there. Again, no guarantees. Not a trade setup to take, but that's what I would be looking at as far as I would also be looking at other stuff too. But if I got that bull div there, that would make me like go look for confirmations to take the long. All right, let's see. Checking on Bitcoin real quick. Just still kind of meandering around that gold POC. So there you go. There's ABT. And our last altcoin is going to be Link, or Link, as some people like to say. And we already kind of took a look at Link. But let's continue on because we didn't really look at the local. I mean, guys. Oh, baby. Look at this. All right, so we looked at this the other day, I believe. This was from a while ago. We got to move into this daily and weekly time point of control. This was a very, very saucy level. You slipped it, you reclaimed it, and then you got to move up to your key level of resistance. Golden Pocket 786 retracement. These are now not invalid, but they've already been tapped, right? We can continue to take a look at bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, so value area high, POC. These are your local levels. Come on, come on. There we go. That's your local level. So you're losing this value area. So locally, you want to get back in this range, right? But that's local, right? Like, I don't really know how much of the local I want to cover. Like, this is pretty local stuff, right? You flip here, flip $19.60. Probably going to go up to about $20.50, right? So it's like $1. But in the grand scheme of things, guys, we are above this value area low. Like, key level of support here is the macro value area low, which is the doorway to our higher prices. So even if we get a bigger breakdown here, this is the level we need to hold to get massive upside for Link, right? Next major level of resistance really still sits up here at this daily naked point of control at $22. But like I said, keeping things simple on these altcoins that are already breaking into their previous ranges, right? You get above the low, you're eventually expecting to fill the entire range up to the POC and then flip the POC and come to the high. That's the trajectory I would expect. It's going to be bumpy. It's going to be confusing. But that's still what I'm looking for. Locally, it's kind of nice because you have this simple range, right? You got to get back within this range. Bada boom, right? Get it back above this value area low. You could trade this local range, but in the grand scheme of things, just looking for this thing to ride up in that bigger volume profile, right? 4 hour on Market Cipher, money flow crossing over into the green. I think you continue up on Link, right? There's a lot of altcoins that are doing pretty dang good, right? So there's no reason to think that Link is not going to continue up here unless everything starts to dump. At least based off the technicals, right? Daily money flow just starting to cross over into the green here. 4 hour money flow just starting to cross over into the green here. Could continue up. Next key target, 2231. And there you go. That is essentially what I would be looking at on Link. Shout out to Hayden Meyer. Thank you for that super chat, bro. I appreciate you. I'm going to hit you with a random sound effect. I don't know what it's going to be. There we go. That's the actual super chat button. Let's go. Shout out to Hayden. I don't know how we randomly got that. But it says spell. Let's take a look at. We can take a look at this real quick. Going to be quick and dirty on this one. Bada boom. Oh dang. All right. Well, I don't know if this is. Yeah. Is this all the? This might be the full chart here. Oh nope. No, it's not. That's a good thing we checked. Spell just under a penny. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is what I would be looking at on spell. Pull some fibs. Not that one. I will pull this one. Come on. Bada boom. Bada bing. All right, so there you go. You're getting the golden pocket retracement. You're actually starting to crack that golden pocket. And very similar to Bitcoin, once you crack that golden pocket and flip it to support, you could go for the 786, which for Bitcoin, I believe, is right here. I'm not going to find it, but let's go back. So, yeah, your 786 is sitting here at about 0.001532. That's going to be your next target to the upside. So, if you continue up, that is the level to look for. And looking at your volume, I'll be honest, once you crack this previous high right here, shout out to Golden with the 50 memberships again. You absolute legend. Shout out to Golden. Let's go. 50 Frankie Candles memberships. Everybody now is a membership, guys. We got 678 likes on the stream right now. Get us to 1K, and we will literally give you, well, not all of you, but one of you guys will get 0.02 Bitcoin, which, by the way, is, I think it's over $1,200. So if you want over $1,000 in Bitcoin, smash that like button. Let's go. Shout out to AJ Trey. Shout out to Anthony Fonseca. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Anthony Fonseca got a membership and then spammed Golden, and I thought he got 2 memberships. All right, let's see. Cyber Crow, what is going on? We got Mr. Cruiser, Mr. Causer. Shout out to Robert. Shout out to Blackie. Shout out to Nikki94 Boo, just spamming the emoji. Shout out to everybody that like button activated. Shout out to Robert. Shout out to everybody that just got a membership. Let's go. We got David Brumbelow in the chat. What is up, David? Thank you for being here, bro. Good to see you in here. Hey, I'm here. Shout out to Feb29. That is today. We got today in the chat. Shout out to Feb29. Let's continue on. Frankenstein said nope. Shout out to Frankenstein. But let's continue on here. Shout out to Wix Wi-Fi 89 said, why wouldn't you like the video? That's true. We're giving away free money here. Okay, so let's continue on and take a look. So here's the honest truth here, guys. Your next level, your next major level is right here. And I'll be honest with you. Once you break this previous high, you may just teleport. Like, you may just teleport there. There's literally nothing in the way. Let's see. Maybe we could find some levels. No. There is literally nothing here. Quick move down. oftentimes will give you a quick move up. And you can see this quick move down started right about here, right on this level, basically, right? So you have a little spike in volume here, gigantic volume gap, and that's about it, right? Like, so you crack this previous high, boop, instant teleportation, in my opinion, right up to that next Fibonacci zone. Between you could screenshot these levels. I don't want to mess up the zeros. They're very small. I can't see them. But there you go. That's definitely going to be your next level of support. Resistance right up there. And just to get excited, don't get super excited, but you crack this high, there is no volume above, likely resulting in a very quick move up to that level. And to be honest, there's not really much volume until just above this level. So that's definitely going to be the next area I would look for on Spell Token. So hopefully that helps you out. I forgot who asked for it, but thank you for the super chat. Hopefully that helps you out. And guys, with all that being said, my head is throbbing. I'm going to take it a little bit easy tonight. I don't want to have to cancel my live stream because I'm sick tomorrow. Hopefully I don't get sick. Mrs. Campbell's is already sleeping, I believe. Are we live? Oh, God, I messed up. Are we back? I think we're back. Yo, we're back. I just accidentally hit the stream button, guys, and it just disconnected me. I think I'm back. But, guys, with all that being said, that's crazy. I can't believe it just reconnected like that. With all that being said, guys, that's all that it just glitched. Interesting. I didn't know you could just cut the live stream and then turn it back on. I thought that would ruin the whole stream. But with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I appreciate every single one of you guys for sticking around till the end of the video stream. You could see, guys, I'm pretty sure I have a fever right now. I'm dripping sweat. I could feel myself dripping sweat under the sweatshirt. But shout out to you guys. I got to get to bed. And if Bitcoin rips again, I might see you guys earlier in the morning. Shout out to Golden for gifting all those memberships, guys. Smash that like button on the way out. If we get 1,000 likes before the music stops, we will give away 0.02 Bitcoin on tomorrow's live stream. Rob the Crypto Step said, time for bed. Mods, thank you all so much for what you do. And I think we're going to be hanging out potentially tomorrow, guys. We'll do a little Discord hangout with the mods. But with all that being said, guys, fingers crossed for Bitcoin. If we do get a pullback, not expecting anything too crazy, but now you guys have the key levels of support and resistance and what I'm expecting next. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. Hasta pasta, Mafia. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Yo, it's heavy. God's timing is perfect. Patience has a purpose. Waiting for it's worth it. God's timing is perfect. Patience has a purpose. Waiting for it's worth it. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah. Right on time when we late to the party animals. Leaps of faith, Geronimo. Check my watch, tick, tick, tock. My God lives outside of those. Please do not limit me. My worth infinity and beyond. This is our Buzz Lightyear right here. Don't tour it out, story, oh no, Whoa, let me breathe. Too cold, stay on freeze. Couldn't buy me with 100 G's. I'm priceless, but he paid the fee. Money can't make that purchase. Patience has a purpose. We just scratching the surface. The wait's gonna be worth it, cause God's timing is perfect. Patience has a purpose. Waiting for it's worth it. God's timing is perfect. Patience has a purpose. Waiting for it's worth it. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah. Right on time when we late to the party. It's perfect. Yeah. Patience has a purpose. Yeah. For it's worth it. Right on time when we late to the party. It's perfect. Yeah. Patience has a purpose. Yeah. For it's worth it. Right on time when we late to the. Show up late to the fiesta. God's time is so much better. Blow hotter than some peppers. This beat got me feeling extra. Two-step, no drink. Don't care what you think. Been high, no dang. God's love in my tank. We are not following trends, just following him. Swallowing pride, take off offense. Guarding my heart with my tumble defense. Y'all think we whack, not hardly. Jokes on you, no hardly. You think we tardy, truth is, we right on time when we late to the party. Yeah. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right on time when we late to the.
Shout out to everybody that super chatted tonight. Shout out to Golden, obviously, for gifting, I don't know, what, 750 memberships or something like that. Shout out to Golden. You're obviously a legend and the GOAT. But shout out to John Wick. Shout out to everybody who sent super chats. Really appreciate all the support on the channel, guys. It's crazy. We're here in the bull market, and this has been a long time coming. So shout out to the CandleMafia. May all of the gains be with you, and hopefully I don't get really way sicker overnight, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time. 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. Shout out to Valerie. Shout out to Crimson Caravan Company, Wick589, Wick's wife, Fine89, Mike Vito, my paisan, Wayne C., let's see. Bada boom, bada bing, I think I was everybody on the screen right now. Everybody, shout out to myself as well. That's all I got. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hasta pasta. Frank Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go.
Shout out David Brumbelow with the super chat. I appreciate you, bro. He says, let's go, Frankie. Let's go, David Brumbelow. Good to see you, bro. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. I mean,